NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to be a point for them.
Now the shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Brandon Powell deep for Minnesota. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. They'll run this with Akers. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now a run with Akers. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Here's Akers. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They'll run here with Akers. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Akers, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Now a handoff up the middle. Akers, and he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. Play action now. Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Up the middle they go. Akers. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now for Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw, Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. The last series for a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the defense. They did a nice job there as they flushed him to his right. But he is able to buy some time, extend the play, and turn it into a short gain.
They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Yeah, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This is caught by Addison. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It was Jadeveon Clowney who got upfield for the stop. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here.
Jackson. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Following the interception, Cousins. Past the 20, 10, touchdown!
Justin Jefferson.
41 yards.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, remember that old film with Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead now stands at 13.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over, then they get a chance to continue their drive.
A short throw caught by Andrews. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage. Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Cousins for the throw here, caught by Addison. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Nwangu now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. On play action, Cousins. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now on the afternoon. third quarter. It's a run with Akers. And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone, fighting his way through contact. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side, so now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a three-possession game.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Daniil Hunter coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson steps it, and he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport, the offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks and 3 plays.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. That'll leave him with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. It's taken to the 26. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They go play action. Cousins. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, down at the 31. Jackson now. He completes it to Beckham, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Edwards will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
That's the score. Vikings 19, Ravens 14. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Man, if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now a handoff to Chandler, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go with Edwards left side. There he goes left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run here with Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Ravens have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Well, quite the comeback here. They have erased that deficit, pushed themselves out in front now here in this fourth quarter.
But this game's kind of felt like a horse race, hasn't it, partner? Because, yeah, the other guys run out to their big lead, but then slowly and surely, they've been creeping up and closing that gap. Now they've stuck ahead in front here late in the game. The finish line's not far away. They need their defense to finish this thing off.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Trying the power game with Ham. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Chandler is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Once more, it's the fullback Ham.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. This is 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
They'll roll him out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on fourth down.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.